Welcome to Cinema Bites, your go-to for movie recaps in a flash. Big twists, epic moments, all in just minutes. The movie starts with a catastrophe happened in the whole world. Due to climate change and global warming, the world has entered a global climate crisis, and the Earth is on the verge of complete environmental collapse. To make matters worse, a strange type of bacteria has appeared because of the massive amounts of melting ice. This bacteria has caused the death of fish and marine creatures in huge numbers. Of course, when the fish and marine life die like this, it leads to a food shortage around the world and even causes famine in some countries, to the point where scientists have predicted the end of humanity. Amid all this chaos, the government in Thailand is quickly trying to control the situation. Thailand knows it has to provide food for its people. The person most involved in this is a man named Fasu, a major businessman who was keen to provide food for the citizens. Somehow, he managed to provide fish that people could eat, or at least something for the government. Even though all the marine creatures were becoming extinct, it was very strange that the officials there found that Fasu was able to do something nobody imagined. He was able to treat the fish from the bacteria that was killing them. So the government thought the crisis was solved, but the truth was a bit different, as we'll find out later. Anyway, after that there was a problem with transporting food and drink from one place to another. There's a young man named Singh, who works for Fasu. Because Singh has experience in martial arts, they made him responsible for driving the trucks that transport food, and he had to make sure it arrived safely at the warehouses. There were thieves who attacked the food trucks and stole them, and they were called the food thieves. So, we see Singh in the truck with some fish and his friend. As they're on their way to deliver the fish, a group of food thieves attacks them. Singh is a professional fighter, so he gets out and starts beating them up one by one, and his friend helps him. Together, they manage to get rid of all the criminals, but the problem is that some boxes of food get broken. When they deliver the goods, the boss isn't happy at all and deducts the value from their pay. In fact, he doesn't give them money but gives them a motorcycle as part of their payment. In the end, each of them takes a fish, but nobody really likes it or wants to eat it because of the pollution that has affected all the fish, as we know. Anyway, nobody complains, and each goes home. When Singh gets home, his wife, Rain, who works as a nurse, gets upset when she sees her husband injured, which happens a lot, as this is the nature of his work. Rain tells him they need to leave this city before things get worse, but Singh says they'll leave soon. By the way, he always says this, but they never actually move. Elsewhere, some officials gather for a meeting to talk about the fish that is supposed to feed the whole country. The meeting is led by one of Fasu's men, who says that this fish will keep people healthy. He also says that Fasu intends to feed his sick wife this fish. While the man is talking, he suddenly takes a bite of the fish, and out of nowhere he starts bleeding from his mouth. They rush him to the hospital as his body shakes violently. When they take him into the operating room, blood pours from his mouth, and his condition gets worse and worse until, in the end, he dies. After the operation, the hospital director comes and asks Rain to go with her to the 10th floor to see Fasu's wife. Rain agrees and goes with her, only to be surprised that Fasu has brought fish liver, saying it will help save his wife and wants her to eat it. Rain, of course, doesn't agree with this, but Fasu ignores her. Since he is a rich businessman who has done a lot for the country, everyone respects him and listens to him. Rain leaves with the hospital director and starts talking about Fasu wanting to feed his wife fish liver. Suddenly, nurses come running down the corridor, and the man who was bleeding jumps on a nurse and literally rips her apart. Rain is shocked and terrified by what's happening, and an emergency alert is issued, telling everyone to stay away from the hospital area. Singh hears the announcement and gets very worried about Rain, so he heads there immediately. He finds crowds around the hospital and soldiers securing the area. Suddenly, a woman's body falls from an upper floor. A soldier approaches to check on her, but she lifts her head, gets up, and bites him. Chaos erupts everywhere. People panic and run in all directions, and soldiers shoot at the woman who attacked their colleague. Amid all this, Singh finds a way to enter the hospital. A security guard tries to calm people down, but everyone is running from something. Suddenly, he sees an infected person, the one everyone is running from. The guard tries to restrain him by any means. Meanwhile, Rain is hiding in a room because outside has literally turned into a slaughterhouse due to the patients turning into zombies and attacking anyone they see. Rain finds the hospital director, who is also infected, and asks Rain to save her. Rain tries to help her out the door so they can escape together, but hears a noise behind her. She turns to find the doctor gone and is shocked to find he's turned into a zombie and attacks a man in the next room. When he sees her, he jumps at her to bite her, but she manages to escape. Rain leaves the room and hears Singh on the radio calling her, so she runs to answer and tells him her location. At that moment, the power goes out. Meanwhile, Singh faces a huge zombie but manages to defend himself, hits it hard, and drives it away. Then he finds a group of zombies attacking him and deals with anyone who gets in his way until he reaches the stairs and locks the door to keep the zombies inside. At that moment, he sees Buddy being attacked by zombies. Buddy hides, terrified, but Singh arrives just in time. He keeps fighting the zombies in that place, literally breaking their bones. But then a zombie comes from behind Buddy and bites his leg, so that's it. Buddy is going to turn into a zombie. But it turns out that this zombie is just an old man with fake dentures, so he doesn't actually bite Buddy like a normal zombie. After that, Buddy walks with Singh, and through their conversation, Singh discovers that Buddy knows Ryan, Mini Mink, Buddy's mother, who is in the hospital. So Ryan must be with her. Buddy takes him to go to his mother's room. We go to the security guard, the Crows. This is the security guard who survived after finishing off the zombie that attacked him a while ago. Suddenly, he sees a little girl coming out of the hospital, so he tries to protect her and stands between her and the soldiers to tell them that this girl is healthy and not infected, and that no one should shoot her and kill her. But unfortunately, the soldiers think that he himself is a zombie, so they shoot him and finish him off. At that time, the army commander holds a meeting and decides to blow up the whole hospital so that the virus doesn't reach the rest of the cities and spread throughout the country. He also orders them to save Fasu and his wife, or the people in the hospital. Indeed, a large number of soldiers move and place bombs in many places inside the hospital. The bombs are set to explode after 3 hours, so they have time to save the people who haven't been infected yet and take them out from another place. Now let's go to Ryan, as she walks through the somewhat empty corridor, hiding from the zombies moving nearby. She finds surveillance room and tries to enter, but the door is locked. She looks around and sees the guard with the keys, but he is infected and about to fully turn. She tries to reach the keys, but at the last moment he attacks her, but she hits him and pushes him away from her. She quickly opens the door and locks herself. After that, she reaches a microphone to talk on the radio and tries to reach her husband, but the device is broken. She looks at the surveillance screens and is shocked by the number of zombies filling the hospital and heading everywhere. On the other side, Singh goes up to the 5th floor with Buddy to go to Mink's room. But Buddy sees a zombie in a wheelchair, laughs at how it looks, and this laughter attracts the zombies' attention, so they chase them. Singh fights them all, and he and Buddy run to the room and lock the door. But in this room, there is an old man and his son, both infected and about to turn into zombies. The zombies break the room's glass door, but Singh finds a way out through the window and calls Buddy to follow him. But Buddy gets scared when he sees a large number of zombies entering the room and attacking the man and his son. Singh quickly climbs up the columns to reach the floor above, but Buddy gets stuck while climbing and faces a zombie. He's about to be eaten, but Singh moves quickly and saves him at the last moment. Finally, they reach Mink. Buddy runs to hug her. Here, Singh discovers that she is about to turn. Mink tells Singh that Ryan is definitely on the 10th floor because she is responsible for caring for a patient there. Mink asks her son to go with Singh because she knows she is about to turn and might hurt him. Although Buddy refuses to leave, Singh takes him by force and moves him away quickly. Moments later, Mink turns into a zombie and starts screaming loudly. When the other zombies hear her, they come in large numbers. Singh carries Buddy on his shoulder, fights any zombie in his way, and escapes. At the same time, Ryan reaches Fasu's wife's room after seeing on the surveillance cameras that the room is safe and has no zombies. She knocks hard on the door. Fasu hears her and lets her in, but he sees that his wife's condition is very bad and she's about to lose all her blood. He asks Ryan to get more blood for his wife, and in return, he will help her, Singh, and Buddy get out of the hospital. This happens just as a helicopter full of soldiers lands on the hospital roof to save Fasu and his wife, as ordered by the army commander. Ryan goes out to get blood for Fasu's wife as he asked, but outside the room, the place is full of zombies. She takes the other side and quietly enters the blood bank room. Meanwhile, Singh reaches the 10th floor and sees the zombies. He tries to move quietly so no one notices him. He finds Ryan's ring and necklace, so he knows she is close by. Suddenly, he sees her running from the zombies. He shouts loudly to get the zombies to follow him instead of her. The zombies go toward him, but he pushes them with a hospital bed, fights them with all his strength, and takes down a large number of them. Ryan is trapped in the room and finally sees Singh from the window, but suddenly, a huge zombie chases her. Buddy suddenly appears and sprays the zombie with a fire extinguisher to help her hide. But the zombie finds her and corners her. Ryan is about to surrender when Singh appears at the right moment, hits the zombie with the extinguisher, and finishes it off. At that moment, the soldiers face off with the zombies. Singh, Ryan, and Buddy decide to escape, but as soon as they do, the soldiers shoot at Singh, thinking he is a zombie because his body is covered in blood. Ryan runs to him to check on him, but the soldiers take her with them by force. A zombie attacks Singh and is about to kill him, but another zombie attacks the soldier and kills him. During this chaos, Ryan escapes from the soldiers, drags Singh into an empty room, and treats his wounds. Singh gradually recovers and apologizes to Ryan for making her worry about him all the time. She forgives him and tells him that Fasu will help them escape the hospital by helicopter, which his wife will board. Singh is very happy. Buddy hears someone outside and goes to see who it is. He finds that the soldiers have turned into zombies and goes back to warn Singh and Ryan, but the door is open, allowing a large number of zombies to enter the room. Singh keeps throwing bottles of alcohol at them and then sets them on fire, giving them a chance to escape. At that moment, the fire suppression system activates. Ryan realizes that Fasu has lost his mind from the shock, and in the end, his wife turns into a zombie and attacks him. Now they reach the parking garage, but suddenly a horde of zombies follows them. Singh tries to hold them off and asks Ryan and Buddy to go up to the roof and board the helicopter. Ryan hesitates at first, but has no choice but to escape with Buddy. When they reach the hospital roof, a soldier inspects them to see if they are infected. After checking them, Ryan asks if they can wait a bit. The soldier agrees to wait 5 minutes for Singh to arrive. Meanwhile, Singh is still fighting the zombies inside the car, and the situation has become very difficult because the zombies are coming from everywhere, breaking the car windows and surrounding him while he fights until his last breath. Suddenly, the car explodes. Here, the group in the south decides to leave. Ryan is shocked and can't comprehend the idea of leaving Singh. She tries to reassure them and tells them to wait for him, but they don't listen to her and close the plane door. At that moment, we discover that Singh is still alive and finds zombie remains all around him, but then he sees a huge number of zombies coming toward him. At the same moment, the timer for the bomb that will blow up the entire hospital reads 3 minutes. Singh runs quickly and reaches the rooftop. When Rayan sees him, she calls out to him, but the airplane door is already closed. Singh sees Rayan, who is devastated and crying. He was walking toward her, not knowing what to do, unable to do anything at that moment because the plane had already taken off. So, he decides to go back and fight the zombies with all bravery and courage. Moments later, the whole building explodes. Here, Rayan collapses emotionally as she watches this scene and hugs Buddy, crying over Singh's fate. The next day, we see Rayan after she returns to the village where she and Singh grew up. Rayan stands there, thinking about Singh, as if she can't believe he's dead, waiting for him to come back one day. In the final scene, we see Singh coming out of the water tank on the hospital roof, revealing that he hid there and saved himself from the explosion. As soon as he gets out, he finishes off a zombie that was still alive and stands in a pose full of challenge and anger. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, make sure to subscribe for more awesome content. Thanks for watching, and I'll